Hello everyone and welcome to Track Limits, the podcast where I am joined with a motorsport fan each episode. In this podcast I am joined with...
Hi, I'm Tom.
He was a university student in the F1 Society at BCU.
Yeah, I am. We love F1.
Best society there is. A bit of motorsport news for you. In MotoGP, Pecco Bagnaia or Francesco Bagnaia made an excellent comeback to beat Fabio Quartararo to win the MotoGP World Championship. His team, also Ducati, won the Constructors, but there was no real fight because Frankie Morbidelli is, not the best riders in MotoGP. So Fabio Quartararo basically carried Yamaha on his back for the entire season, so he needs to rest that up. In the World Endurance Championship, the Class GTE Pro will be discontinued and Ferrari will be competing in LMP1. So Ferrari fans are still competing, and their car is being called the 499P.
Which is just sad. Why do racing car companies name their cars like 499P? Why don't they numbers and letters? Boring.
I mean, W11 is an exception.
All right, fine. Die-hard Mercedes fan. But I think like the Stallion would be way better because it's Ferrari. It's sort of
Italian.
Intimidating. Like here comes the Stallion. Oh no, you hear it. That's the Stallion roaring down the track.
Speak to the CEO there.
Send in a letter.
In DTM, Sheldon van der Linde won the championship with 163 points, and in World Rally Championship.
Yes. Kalle Rovanperä
has won the championship with Toyota Gazoo Racing, so well done to them.
To him.
Now, some Formula 1 news. Logan Sargent got promoted to Williams.
Formula 2 news. Logan Sargent promoted to Williams, which is a welcome change. I think we need a new driver in the Williams seat. Not that I'm disrespecting Goatifi.
Do not put disrespect on the GOAT himself.
But no, I think it's going to be a nice change to see.
No, there are more sponsors, American driver.
Yes.
Three American races.
3 USA races. It's going to be great.
Felipe Drogovic won the F2 title and is the first driver in the academy for Aston Martin.
More in Aston Martin. I don't think.
I think they needed a new face there.
But they've got Alonso now. I don't think they're going to see. I don't think he's going to see a race for a long time, unless Alonso puts his back out. He's getting up there, isn't he?
40.
Yeah.
60 years old. Fernando Alonso joins Team Haas.
If he, I don't know, because I'm not seeing Fernando winning any more championships.
I think he's just racing like Kimi, just for the sake of
Maybe he just enjoy. That's good. I like to see him race. I like to see him make surprise, surprise competition with Hamilton and Verstappen.
Rivalry still going
exactly.
on. Hamilton lives in his head rent free. Arthur Leclerc has been promoted to F2 driving for Dams.
Yep, the brother of Charles Leclerc.
Correct. Now it's a bit weird because normally Ferrari drivers go to Prema predominantly. Williams Academy drivers go to Dams, so new face, new livery, you never know. I mean, to be fair, in F2 all the cars are the same, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Yep.
In Formula 1, Red Bull win both titles.
Yes, I bet you're saying that through gritted teeth, aren't you? Right?
Yeah, Mercedes found it hurts.
It was going to happen.
Max Verstappen did very well. I mean, he won 15 races in the season, so well done. Leclerc got second in the drivers' title.
Yeah, I think Ferrari's happy with that. Although I think that Ferrari always tries to go for the first, but I think they're sitting kind of happy with Leclerc as second. They did well this season.
Still bottled all the strategies.
They weren't as competitive as they should have been.
I feel like Mercedes did catch them up in the
definitely.
late part of the
George
season.
Russell did phenomenally.
Yeah,
phenomenally.
And Mercedes got third in the constructors title.
Yep.
I feel like that plays a part in the reliability. I say that, which is a bit ironic because first technical reliability issue DNF for Hamilton at the end. Yeah. But if you think about how many DNFs Alpine had, Red Bull had a lot at the beginning of the season. Ferrari in the middle, especially with the engine. So, well done for them. And they got most of their podiums due to reliability.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, George Russell got his first win. He came home.
Should have been Hamilton, but, it is what it is.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, he did get floor mat damage from Max Verstappen, obviously.
Yeah. But no, I think Mercedes next year is going to be really competitive.
They're going to be really competitive because Red Bull had the whole issue with the cost cap.
Exactly,
with
less
the
wind tunnel time.
So £7 million fine, and they also get cut wind tunnel testing, And they also get less wind tunnel testing because they won the constructors.
Yep.
And Mercedes get the most in the top 3 teams. So I feel like Mercedes will be up
They're
there.
gonna be really
And James Allison is not designing a boat anymore. I mean, he probably got the designs mixed up because that car was a boat, basically the duration of the season. But, you know, they're going to have their best designer in there. So it's going to be James Allison versus Adrian Newey. And the Ferrari designer somewhere.
Yeah.
Alpine got 4th in the constructors, beating out McLaren.
Yeah, I'm sad about that, but that's fine.
You know, it is what it is.
It's fine. Next year we'll do better.
Yeah. Daniel Ricciardo finishes last race for McLaren, but he is still in the paddock because he is the reserve driver for Red Bull. So you will still hear Pierre Gasly.
I'm just happy he's still in the sport, if I'm honest. I like Daniel Ricciardo. He's a funny guy, and to be fair, like his Red Bull days were brilliant. Red Bull days were brilliant.
I mean, the Monaco win in 2018.
Phenomenal. That's like one of the most engaging.
And he only had 6 gears as well. People will argue, yes, it's Monaco, but if you think about it, imagine having like a full-powered Ferrari behind you, plus Hamilton.
Stallion. But like, yeah, no, that was one of the best pieces of Formula One.
Yeah,
you can never see, and he's a brilliant driver.
He set the record in qualifying. He got pole position in FP1, FP2, and FP3. So I feel like if he's in the Red Bull again and he performs like that, I feel like teams will be on his back again.
But he's only a reserve driver, so we'll see what happens.
You never know. I mean, Perez's contract does expire in 2024.
That's true, and Perez isn't looking too happy.
You know, Brazil. I mean, you never know. But anyway, he will still say Nico Hülkenberg because Mick Schumacher finishes his last race for Haas.
It's.
Do you think they made the right decision?
I do think they do, because I think Haas hasn't got the biggest budget, and Mick Schumacher crashes a lot. As much as we love him, he's a lovely guy.
You know, Japan, those races.
And I think he's going to Mercedes.
Monaco as well.
He's going to learn a lot from Mercedes.
Yeah,
so
because you've got Russell,
exactly,
got Hamilton, then you've got Toto Wolff on top of that.
Gassing up Mercedes again. But yeah, no, I think he's going to learn a lot. I think he's going to come back into racing better than ever. He's young. He's going to learn.
It's good for the sport as well because you've got a Hamilton name and Schumacher name.
Yeah.
Plus, Schumacher did compete with Mercedes. Nico Rosberg beat him in equal machinery, however, but you know, besides the point. Nico Rosberg beat Hamilton in equal machinery in 2016, and Russell beat Hamilton in equal machinery in 2022. But you know, besides the point.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be good.
He also got told off for doing donuts.
Yeah, why? That's not fair.
I don't understand.
Like, let every F1 driver do donuts. I want to see that.
Also,
it's cool.
Because of the reliability of the Alpine, which is not great, and Hamilton suffering a technical DNF, Sebastian Vettel had to do donuts on his own.
Oh, bless him. Oh, well.
I wanted another 2018 moment.
It was still a good send-off to see him donut, and I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
It's
do you think he'll come back?
Yeah, definitely. I think he'll stay in the sport. I think he's retiring, but it'll call him back at some point.
I feel like Audi are making a entrance again, like Mercedes did. So I feel like that could happen. Like like his idol Michael Schumacher. But props to him for lasting that amount of time in the sport.
I love Seb. I think he's gonna have. I hope he has a really good time with his kids. Enjoying himself in his retirement. I hope to see him back though.
I mean, the one thing you have to talk about when you talk about Sebastian Vettel was his prime in Red Bull. That was just
glorious.
Untouchable.
It was glorious.
Biggest moment was Multi 21. But, as Sebastian Vettel famously once said, I was faster, I passed him, I won.
Yeah.
Just Sebastian Vettel for you.
That's what I loved him. Yeah. Brilliant.
So, coming up, end of season, which means the end of the F1 fantasy. So throughout the season in the F1 Society, we have competed in this game. A bit of rivalries across the weekend.
Yep.
So in third place is Jacob with 321 points with Max Verstappen Racing. I think you could kind of guess where his coming from.
I don't know how he came third, if I'm honest.
In second place with 343 points is our guest Tom with
Daniel Gasly.
And winning the championship with 350 points is me, Ryan, with Fires Mercedes. Now you're probably thinking, how did you win? Simples, I used my budget correctly. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll be racing into next season of Motorsport. Thank you and goodbye.